Next topic is objectives of accounting. Now we start with the objectives. The very first objective is basically, as an information system, the basic objective of accounting is to provide useful info useful information to the interested groups of users, both internal and external. Now, there are certain groups of users inside the organization, outside the organization, who are interested in knowing about the status of your performance of your business and about the financial position of your business. Right. So these users are internal also, like employees, managers, owners, and external like creditors, suppliers, debtors, government, community, society, etc. So necessary information provided in case of external users is provided in the form of financial statements. अब जब वो information आप कैसे दिखाएंगे, financial statements के through दिखाएंगे. Financial statements से आपकी दो major statements आती हैं, profit and loss account and balance sheet. So now first is recordings of the maintenance of the recordings of the business transactions. Now what does it mean? See, it is not very possible for the human being, however expert he may be, cannot remember all the transactions that happen in the business from day-to-day basis. Right. So it's very important that they prepare some kind of a book or called journal where we can record everything related to the business transaction. Now, accounting is used for the maintenance of the systematic record of financial transactions in the books of accounts. You maintain all the transactions which are happening in the business in a chronological or a sequential order, like date-wise and day-wise, and everything are recording in the books of accounts separately as purchases, sales, receipts, payments, and whatever is taking place in the business, they are being recorded in a book called journal. So this information acts as a verifiable evidence for your business. Okay, it will be helpful in the case of court cases also. If any problem arises, you can show them the verified documents and can get the claim. Now, this is basically your profit and loss, trading and profit and loss account, which is called debit on this side and credit on this side. Okay, this is trading and profit and loss account. So you can see over here gross profit. So that means this financial statement, trading and profit and loss account, helps you in knowing about the gross profit and about the net profit, not net loss, net profit or net loss, gross profit or gross loss. So this happens basically, what does it mean? This happens because when you're preparing the accounts, you'll come to know what is your net profit, okay, and what is your profit before tax, what is your profit after tax, right? What is your profit after the deducting the direct expenses, and what are the profits after deducting the indirect expenses? So this you can come to know about it. For the losses also same thing. So what is the calculation of profit and loss? The owners of the business are keen to have an idea about the net results of their business operations periodically. Now, whenever you are doing the business, you will be interested in knowing what is the financial position of my business. What is the net result my business is providing me? Is it earning profits for me or is it incurring losses only? So to know this, we prepare the financial statements, and these accounting records help us in knowing the profit and loss of the business. Another objective is to find out the profit earned or the loss sustained by the business, right? Then next is, this happens by preparing profit and loss account for the period with the help of incomes and expenses. If you remember in the previous part, I just told you about that about that difference, like gross profit and net profit. Okay, so these all are basically telling you about the records of incomes and expenses. ये सब रिकॉर्ड बता रहे हैं, इनकम्स कितनी हुई है, एक्सपेंसेस कितने हैं, फिर इसको माइनस करके जो आपका आता है वो आपका प्रॉफिट आता है. प्रॉफिट इज बेसिकली एक्सेस ऑफ रेवेन्यू ओवर एक्सपेंसेस, एंड एक्सेस ऑफ एक्सपेंसेस ओवर इनकम, दैट इज योर loss. So total revenue is this much and total expenses are this much, then total profit will be this much, 60,000. You can see over here balance sheet. It is again telling you about the net position of the business. Net position means how much assets you have. Assets we already discussed previous videos, where asset is basically the resources which are owned by the business organization and have certain economic value. Okay, so these resources, assets, that means whatever the business owns, like land, building, machinery, furniture, equipments, cash in hand, bank issued bank, inventory, etc. And liabilities and shareholders' equity, basically what are the liabilities, what are the amounts which are payable to third parties and to the owners of the business, right? So that what business liable to pay to the other parties and the owner. ठीक है, कितने liabilities business के ऊपर है, कितने के लिए how much amount it has to pay to third parties as well as to the owners account. Owners को कितने पैसे देगा and कितनी उसकी liability है towards third parties like lenders, suppliers, creditors and all those things. Next is depiction of financial position. The same is this. Similarly, financial position is ascertained by balance sheet, which already discussed about it. That here we record the assets also and we record the liabilities also. So basically, they are in the form of assets and liabilities at the end of the period. When the financial period ends, suppose it's the 1 year, let's say 1st April to 31st March, or 1st January to 31st December. So this will tell you about how much how much assets are there and how much liabilities are there at the end of the accounting year. Accounting year is generally of 1 year only. So basically, after every year, you will come to know what is your position of the assets as well as the liabilities. Okay, so providing accounting information to users is the last one, last objective of accounting. So there are basically two users, internal users, external users. Internal users basically are those like employees, managers or owners. And when we talk of external users, external users are like unions, communities, society, then your suppliers, creditors, lenders, banks, financial institutions, etc. Now, this is basically your two types of users. Now, let us see how they get the information and what benefits them by seeing the financial statements. And also, we can come to know what actually they expect from the business. First is investors and potential investors. Investors and potential investors means investors who are investing in the business, and potential investors are basically investors which are likely to invest in the business. There is a possibility that they will invest in the business. So information on the risk and the return on investment. They will like to know the information on the risk and the return on the investment. If any investor is looking at a financial statements, will first come to know that whether this company will provide me returns on investment to what extent. कितने एक्सटेंट तक मुझे रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल जाएगा, कितना रिस्क मेरा इसमें है कंपनी पैसा लगाने का. तो ये सब चीजें कैसे पता चलेंगी विद द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. Employees and union groups basically they are working in the company, so they will be more likely to find out whether their job is stable or not, whether the company has stability of earnings, whether the company will be able to provide us salaries with maximum benefit, or what is the profitability of this business, how much business is earning and how much they can promote us to better financial position. So they are also they are basically dealing on the information regarding the stability, profitability and distribution of wealth within the business. That is how much the business is progressing, how is the profitability of the business. The more profitable the business is, the more salaries to the employees. So they are most distribution of wealth. The distribution of wealth means whatever is being generated in the company. Distribution उसका कैसे हो रहा है, किसको कितना मिल रहा है, ठीक है. Lenders and financial institutions, information on the credit worthiness of the company. Lenders and financial institutions जो होते हैं वो कौन होते हैं, जैसे कि जो आपको लैंड करते हैं लोन, ठीक है. तो ये क्या करते हैं, लैंड करते हैं आपको लोन. तो जैसे कि क्रेडिट वर्थिनेस ऑफ द कंपनी. क्रेडिट वर्थिनेस मींस कितना आपकी कंपनी की मार्केट रेटिंग कितनी है, क्रेडिट रेटिंग कितनी है कंपनी की विद द मार्केट. जैसे कितना किसी कंपनी का बहुत नाम होता है, ठीक है, किसी कंपनी की बहुत ज्यादा वो होती है कि बहुत ट्रस्टवर्दी है. तो अगर क्रेडिट रेटिंग 5 है, इसका मतलब यू आर परफॉर्मिंग गुड. Okay, and people and companies can trust about you. Okay, but if your credit rating is very less, it's almost 1, nobody will take a chance to invest in your company and or provide you some kind of loans or goods on credit. They will not provide you anything on credit because they you won't be able to pay them back. So credit worthiness decide होती है with how much the company is liable. Credit worthiness basically decide होती है with how much the company is able to pay on time to its lenders and suppliers. कितना वो कितने दिन में को पे कर सकती है अपने लोन्स को या फिर अपने अपने गुड्स को जो से क्रेडिट पे लिए. तो बेसिकली वो चेक किया जाता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस मार्केट रेटिंग ओनली. दिस क्रेडिट रेटिंग इज गिवन. कितनी क्रेडिट रेटिंग हाई होगी उतनी ज्यादा कंपनी की वर्थ होगी और उतनी ज्यादा कंपनी को ट्रस्टवर्दी होगी, वो कंपनी क्रेडिबल इनक्रेडिबल होगी, उसके बाद इनक्रेडिबली लोग विश्वास करेंगे, ठीक है. सो नेक्स्ट इज एबिलिटी टू पे लोन्स एंड पे इंटरेस्ट. ऑब्वियसली अगर आप बैंक लोन दे रही है तो आपको चेक करेगी कि आप इंटरेस्ट दे पाओगे नहीं दे पाओगे, ठीक है. सप्लायर्स एंड क्रेडिटर्स बेसिकली दे सपोज आपने किसी शॉप से, वो ए बिजनेस है, उसने शॉप से बी बिजनेस से कुछ सामान खरीदा ना. अब वो अगर वो उसकी पेमेंट टाइम से खरीदेगी, इमीडिएट पेमेंट कर देगी या टाइम पे कर देगी, तो दैट मीन्स the supplier can actually trust on him that he will make the payment, or what it is credit worthiness of the firm in, among the businesses, right? तो उसकी वजह से they will come to know that whether the company will be able to make the payment or not. And if the company is able to make the payment, then obviously it has good credit rating. And also credit rating also determined by the relationships of the suppliers with the businesses. क्या रिलेशनशिप कितना है सप्लायर्स का बिजनेस से, कितना वो ट्रस्ट करती है उसके ऊपर, और क्या उसकी पहचान है कम मतलब मार्केट में. सो कस्टमर्स हमेशा क्या चाहेंगे कि बिजनेस प्रॉफिटेबल हो, कंटिन्यूड रहे हमेशा। जैसे सपोज करो आप कोई पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड का कोई प्रोडक्ट यूज करते हैं, तो आपको हमेशा क्या लगेगा कि वो बिजनेस चलता रहे, इससे आप वो प्रोडक्ट यूज करते रहे। तो कंटिन्यूड एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द बिजनेस एंड द प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ऑफ अ कंटिन्यूड सप्लाई ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कंटिन्यूड सप्लाई ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, कि मुझे वो प्रोडक्ट मिलता रहे, मैं यूज करता रहूँ उस प्रोडक्ट को। और आफ्टर सेल सर्विस मतलब कि जब आपकी कंपनी को, आपने देखा होगा फ्रिज खरीदते हो, किसी रेफ्रिजरेटर खरीदते हो, सब गोदरेज का खरीदते हो, कुछ आपने प्रॉब्लम आती है आफ्टर परचेजिंग। सो क्या होता है, द पीपल come to your house, visit your house, and they rectify all the problems, and they correct them, and then make it reusable for you, right? So ये सब क्या है, आफ्टर सेल सर्विस। ठीक है, जो भी प्रॉब्लम आती है आप उसको फोन करते हैं, and he just comes with his equipments and all those tools and just fixes the problem. So what does it mean? That means it is providing after sales service to its customers. Government and other regulators, obviously government is more interested in knowing how much profit or the income tax, how much profitable income tax or the income tax can be paid out by the companies, कितना इनकम टैक्स वो दे सकती हैं। ठीक है, सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ग्रुप्स बेसिकली जो इन्वायरमेंटल ग्रुप्स होते हैं, जैसे आप कुछ बिजनेस करते हैं जिसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है एम्प्लॉयज की हेल्थ पर। सपोज आप कोई बिजनेस करें से बहुत पोल्यूशन हो रहा है, तो सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ग्रुप्स जो होंगे वो आपके पास, वो आपको बोलेंगे कि ऐसा कोई बिजनेस नहीं करना चाहिए आपको जिससे कि लोगों की हेल्थ खराब हो, या फिर कोई नॉइज पोल्यूशन हो, या फिर कोई एयर पोल्यूशन हो। तो इस टाइप के बिजनेसेस को ध्यान में रखते हुए वो ये लोग, ये एक्सटर्नल यूजर्स होते हैं सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ग्रुप्स, that whatever the business is creating the product, whatever the transactions of the business are happening, they should not be in, they should not be non eco friendly। वो इको फ्रेंडली नहीं होने चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो इको फ्रेंडली नहीं है। बिकॉज अगर ऐसा होगा तो क्या होगा, द कंपनी, द पोल्यूशन विल बी देयर, पीपल विल सफर, देयर विल बी हैजार्ड इन द बिजनेस ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज। ओके, हैजार्डियस कंडीशंस आ सकती है उनके लिए, हेल्थ, लाइफ हैजार्ड हो सकता है, हेल्थ हैजार्ड हो सकता है उन लोगों को। तो बेसिकली ये देखते हैं कि जो बिजनेस आप कर रहे हैं उस बिजनेस में कोई भी ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए कि वो पॉल्यूशन को फैलाए, या फिर वो कोई कोई हाजार्डियस प्रोडक्ट्स को यूज कर रहा हो जो कि हेल्थ के लिए अच्छे नहीं है एम्प्लॉयज की या फिर कस्टमर्स की। तो ये सब बहुत जरूरी चीजें हैं कि जो सब एम्प्लॉयर्स इनको देखते हैं। कॉम्पिटिटर्स की, बेसिकली कॉम्पिटिटर्स का जो होता है वो इसमें होता है, कॉम्पिटिटर्स का इसमें होता है बेसिकली स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस ऑफ द कॉम्पिटिशन, राइट? ओके, थैंक यू, बाय।